We are talking about a truck that had to travel a full 8,500 km, but the problem was not just how to make the truck travel such a long distance, but the real problem was that a huge block of ice was placed in this truck, which had to be safely passed through the fire-raining desert of Africa, meaning the desert where let alone ice, even iron, becomes soft. This truck had to spend a full 10 days in that desert, but the challenge was that the ice should not melt under any circumstances, and that too without a refrigerator. Welcome once again to Broken Veneers Videos. This is a story from 1959 when the attention of the whole world was surrounded by an ice block. This ice block weighed 3,050 kg and it had to be delivered from one corner of the world to another, and that too without refrigeration, meaning its starting point was the Norwegian city of Mo i Rana and its ending point was Libreville, which is a city in Central Africa. But why was this being done after all? Why was this ice block being taken so far? Actually, this matter started a year ago, meaning in 1958, Luxembourg is a country in Europe from where a very famous radio station was run. This broadcast was famous all over the world by the name of Radio Luxembourg. A unique challenge was placed by this radio station for all the listeners, and that challenge was that if any person takes a 3-ton ice block from the Arctic region to Africa, he will be given a very heavy reward. It was decided by Radio Luxembourg that in exchange for every kilogram of ice, 100,000 francs would be given, which amounts to $16,000 in today's era. $16,000 for every single kg means a 3-ton ice block amounts to $48 million, which is truly a very huge amount. But this challenge also had some rules. The first rule was that this ice block had to be taken in one piece. The second rule was that it would only be transported by road. The third and most difficult rule was that a refrigerator could not be used to complete the challenge. Radio Luxembourg had kept such a heavy reward for this very reason, because they knew very well that bringing such a big ice block from the Arctic region to Africa is not possible under any circumstances, because this is not some minor journey, but this journey is a full 8,500 km long, in which 00 km is that desert of Africa where the temperature is 50 degrees centigrade, meaning ice, which melts in minutes as soon as it comes out of the freezer. How could it safely reach the destination in this weeks-long journey? Radio Luxembourg gave this challenge, but they didn't even have an idea of what kind of trouble this very challenge would trap them in. For many months after this challenge was broadcasted on the radio, no one dared to step forward. But then a person named Birger Natvik announced that he is ready to accept this challenge. Birger Natvik, who was the managing director of an insulation company named Glasvat in Norway, believed that this challenge could be easily completed by using the insulation material his company makes. If Birger Natvik succeeded in completing this challenge, he would be able to gather a lot of wealth for his company Glasvat and its employees. The word had spread all over the world that a person had accepted Radio Luxembourg's ice block challenge. To accomplish this task, Natvik formed a team and started the work to complete the challenge, due to which Natvik began to be discussed in the headlines of many newspapers. Whatever efforts had been made so far to complete the ice block challenge, when Radio Luxembourg found out about it, they started fearing losing a very huge amount, and out of fear, they took their offer back. Because the Glasvat company and its director had become quite famous for this very reason, despite Radio Luxembourg's offer ending, Natvik had determined to complete this challenge. He believed that even if they didn't get the money, they would still complete this challenge, because due to this, the publicity of their company would increase. The time had now come to start this challenge. It had been decided that the ice block would be sent from the Norwegian city of Mo i Rana all the way to the city of Libreville in Gabon, Africa. The ice block would be brought to Gabon by passing it through Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Spain, and Morocco, followed by the desert of Algeria. Natvik's team also included an engineer, 4 drivers, a truck mechanic, and 2 cameramen. They decided to cut the 3-ton ice block from the glacier, but lifting such a big ice block all at once was quite difficult. That is why 200 kg blocks were cut and sent down via helicopter. Natvik and his hard work were also getting a lot of media attention, and for this reason, many companies started sponsoring Natvik to complete this challenge. Shell took the responsibility quantity of fuel, and Scania gave them the truck in which this ice block was to be placed. The 200 kg blocks were brought down from the glacier and frozen again, and a single block of 350 kg was made. This block was put in a special container and loaded into the truck, whose sides were insulated with a special glass wool. After insulating properly, this unique journey finally started on 22nd Feb 1959. The initial journey was quite easy because the weather in these areas was also quite pleasant and the roads were decent. Because this news had spread all over the world, for this reason, whichever big city this truck and its crew passed through, the people there would welcome them and boost their morale by chanting slogans. As their journey kept progressing, their publicity kept increasing further. When this truck was passing through Paris, the police there also gave them a special protocol to pass through crowded areas, so much so that the mayor of Paris had also hosted a feast for the crew. A week had passed on this journey. Upon reaching Marseille, the truck was placed on a ship with the help of a crane because now they had to cross a very large part of the sea. Upon reaching the other side of the sea, conditions had become completely different. The truck had now arrived on the land of Africa, where the heat was extremely intense during the daytime. Not only was there a danger of the ice block melting, but there was also a danger to the truck's engine from traveling on the hot sand, and the fear of the accompanying crew's health deteriorating was also hovering. Apart from all these dangers, the truck also had a security threat because a war was going on in the area of the desert they were passing through, and the freedom fighters' people used to hide in the mountains. Those people could also take the truck and its crew hostage to get their demands met. To deal with this danger, the French Foreign Legion gave security to the truck and its crew in some areas of the desert and gave them special instructions that they had to pass through this desert taking minimum stops. But because there were no proper roads in this desert, the truck kept getting stuck in the sand again and again. The more they were in a hurry to reach the destination, the more difficulties were coming in their way. Every time the truck got stuck, it took the crew hours to pull it out of the sand. This mission of transporting the world's most expensive ice block had now become a pain in their necks. On one hand, there was the fear of freedom fighters, and on the other hand, the heat had worsened the condition of the crew, and the icing on the cake was that this heat had started melting the ice block present inside the truck. If the crew got stuck here, then neither would their mission be completed, nor would the ice extracted from thousands of miles away survive. They also made the animals of the travelers passing through the desert drink the water of the melting ice, which was actually the most expensive water in the world. They spent many nights laying their sleeping bags right on the sand, and slowly facing the difficulties, they kept moving towards the destination. Finally, they succeeded in leaving this desert behind, and now their destination was quite close. After a journey of a full 28 days, the truck, the crew, and the remaining ice block succeeded in reaching Libreville. Upon reaching Libreville, they were given a grand welcome, but everyone only wanted to know one thing. After passing through a 28-day journey and the most difficult conditions, how much ice is actually left in the container? Surprisingly, when the truck's container was opened, it was difficult to believe looking at the scene inside. Yes, when leaving Norway, the ice block was 350 kg, but after the most difficult journey of a full 28 days, surprisingly, the weight of the ice block was 2,714 kilograms. Only 11% ice, meaning only 336 kilograms of ice had melted on the way, and the rest of the entire ice block was present in one piece. Undoubtedly, Radio Luxembourg had backed out of its offer, but still, this challenge was completely successful, and this ice was broken and distributed among the people of Gabon who had never seen ice before. Natvik and his company did not get any cash reward at that time, but this publicity boosted their company's sales immensely. Glasvat still makes insulation material under the name of Glava today, and since 1959, their popularity has only been increasing further. Hope you guys will also heavily like and share this video of broken veneer. See you in the next spectacular video.